Here's what's weird about Arc Raiders. Nobody likes getting third-partied, and yet there's 5 different gameplay mechanics the devs intentionally put into the game so that you get third-partied easier. Arc bots turning red, a ton of environmental alarms, gunshot sounds, bullet tracers, and of course, the red flares. It seems the devs really want you to get third-partied, but if nobody likes that, then why do so many people love Arc Raiders?
Well, there's some serious psychological trickery going on that explains how the developers manipulate the odds that you move a certain direction, loot a certain location, start PvPing, or start running away.
They do this all without ever explicitly telling you how to play.
The devs end up making you and hundreds of thousands of other people play how they want you to,
And luckily enough, this hypnosis isn't used to sell you an overpriced used car. They do it so that your chances of having fun are as high as possible. The most prominent way they do this is hidden in the 5 third-party signals, which all give you information on other players' locations.
The first 4 signals give you broad information,
Basically saying, hey, there's people somewhere over there-ish, and you don't know if it could be 1 or 6, they could be teaming or not, they might all be downed or all alive. However, one of these signals is completely different than the others. The flares. Flares give you specific information.
They say, hey, there's fighting and exactly 5 people are downed, 1 is left and probably injured, and by the way, they are exactly at this location. Now, why is the fact that it's specific information so important in pushing us to make a decision, and how does that contribute to making third-partying fun and tolerable?
Well, here's the thing. Humans crave specific information and hate the unknown.
It's why a train sign saying arriving soon sucks compared to one saying arriving in 4 minutes.
It's why we go to the restaurant we've been to 100 times compared to the one that just opened up.
And to now bring it back to Arc Raiders, I mean, imagine this. You have tons of loot in your bag, courtesy of some people at the loading screen, and you hear shots off in the distance. You have lots to lose and not much to gain from fighting again, so you avoid it. But if you then start seeing flares going off, well, you're much more likely to try your luck and take the fight. And I think the devs want to push you into taking more fights like this, because when you enter a fight with your backpack already filled, it's so much more intense and nerve-wracking since you have so much to lose and the risk is high. Broad information only lowers the risk marginally, whereas specific information takes massive chunks out of it. And that's the thing. This is the devs' way of pushing you to take risks and have as many high-stakes, loot-filled, heart-pounding encounters as possible. More of that means more fun. But here's the thing. A third-party bonanza wouldn't be a fun game if it weren't for the cleverly designed system that keeps third-partying fun. Healing. If you haven't noticed, you heal really fast in this game, and it's really cheap. And the fact that you can be fully refreshed and ready to fight mere seconds after wiping a team makes getting third-partied not feel as unfair as it usually does in other extraction games or battle royales. Like the people who third-partied us in this clip ended up in a stalemate with us, and that's a pretty fair outcome. And I actually realized something in the middle of writing this video. It's the fact that Arc Raiders is sort of an evolution of a battle royale game, but it's juiced up on psychological triggers that keep you playing. And I think this is more true for Arc Raiders than any other extraction game. I mean, just watch. Let's compare a battle royale game with a free kit in Arc Raiders. You can queue up for both infinitely and instantly. You lose nothing if you lose in both, but when you win in Arc Raiders, you can actually gain something. And that something is different every run. It could be beating a team with way better loot, or finding the last piece to your hideout, or completing a quest. In battle royales, you either win or you don't. It's expected. Whereas Arc Raiders, well, they give you a pull of the lever every time you queue. And it's not just a fleeting sense of victory when you win big, it's a rainbow of rarities getting put into your stash. Now, when you actually do queue, that's when the psychological triggers really come into play. It's during the combat. In a battle royale, you find randomly generated weapons and beat other people and take their randomly generated weapons until you win, and then it all disappears and you do it all over again. But in Arc Raiders, you have the pleasure of taking someone's handcrafted weapon stacked with attachments that took days of hideout upgrades and material finding to put together, where just a 30-second fight puts all their hard work straight into
into your stash. Doing that carries a lot more weight and satisfaction than just taking an item from someone in a battle royale where you know it was just randomly handed to them. Like if I told you the person I took this from was literally begging me in voice chat for 30 whole seconds to res him, you might actually feel a little bad. But replace this with a golden scar and you could care less. Even if you don't ever consciously think, wow, what I just took from this person had effort put into it, you still feel it because you also play the game and have lost your handcrafted stuff to others. It's also the reason why I think loadout auto-crafting shouldn't be added into the game, despite many other people thinking otherwise. And maybe this is part of the reason why the devs haven't added it also. Loadout auto-crafting would diminish the perceived value and weight each loadout carries, going from station to station, vendor to vendor, and having your resources clearly displayed as going down for each transaction gives you the feeling that you're sinking resources and time into the loadout. This can be called the IKEA effect, where people value their IKEA furniture more than pre-built furniture of the same quality and price, simply because they spent time putting together the IKEA furniture themselves. So all these signals contribute to your loadout having more value, your fights having higher stakes, and in the end, a more fun game. All this puts Arc Raiders into the sweet spot where the game can be similarly paced to a battle royale thanks to the third-partying, heal, free loadout systems, while also having deeper psychological rewards thanks to the extraction looter genre. I don't think these genres will merge into each other or anything, and I don't think that Arc Raiders is a battle royale. I just think it's interesting to talk about the parallels between battle royales and Arc Raiders and sort of come up with theories on why the game became a breakout success through the lens of behavioral science that the devs intentionally or unintentionally used. And if you like learning about the hidden psychology that drives us, then this book's pretty good. I liked it. And by the way, this is the first video I've made like this. Was this interesting? Do you think about this stuff too? You tell me.